Welcome to The Art Box, your podcast dedicated to exploring the vibrant art scene in Nevada and beyond. Join us as we embark on a journey through galleries, theaters, studios, public lands, and streetscapes, meeting the artists, curators, archaeologists, nature lovers, and cultural influencers who shape our creative community and our world. Whether you're looking for your next cultural adventure, seeking inspiration for your own artistic pursuits, or simply curious about the world of art, tune into The Art Box. Together, let's open up a world of creativity and imagination. Let's dive in.
Dreams, what if the night is about you and me? So lift your head up to the sky, the witness of your infinity.
Here we are at the Mesquite Fine Arts Center, and it's the reception night for the month of July, where we celebrate the winners. The grand winner this month of July has been Shirley Smith, and here she is, and congratulations, Shirley.
Thank you, Floyd. It's a great honor.
Tell us about your award-winning Best of Show.
Well, I'm a photographer, and the winning one was called Fun at the Fair, which is a Ferris wheel picture done at night. It's a long exposure. And as a kid growing up, the county fair was like the best thing in the summer to have happen at the end of the summer. You got to see your friends again, you got to ride on rides, and I just always loved the color of the rides. So this one was taken at the Washington County Fair up in Hurricane, and I took my camera just to do long exposures, and I spent 3 hours at Fun at the Fair taking all kinds of images. And this one was one that really captured my eye as I was going through the hundreds of photos that I did. And I worked on it a little bit to get a little bit darker in the sky and different things like that. So.
Well, it came out marvelously well.
Thank you.
And through the years, I guess I can say years now and not just many months, that I've admired your work, I have always been so impressed with the large, beautiful landscapes that you've done.
Thank you.
With your photographs, both for the compositions. So this one is so different. When I heard that you had won, I was immediately thinking, well, I wonder which one of her large landscapes now won award, and then to come to see something that was so I shouldn't say out of character, but so dramatically different and new.
I like to think of it as an evolution. When we moved out here in 2013, it was like red rocks. Oh my goodness, beautiful red rocks. I must take pictures of big, grand red rocks. And then after about 3-4 years, it's like, red rocks. I need to start doing something a little different. So it brought in more intimate landscapes, even though I still like to do the landscapes. And also just doing things that are different. Macro photography, staged things that, like going out in the desert with my friends and having them shoot water balloons and we take pictures and stuff like that. So I consider it an evolution of style.
You know, that's part of the creative joy that an artist, photographer gets, is because there's always new worlds to explore. And
There is.
And I could just sense the excitement in seeing in the photograph that you must have done in creating something so different from anything else that I had seen before, and to have it come out so beautifully colorful and refreshing that you got your path all set now for ever expanding directions to be going.
Well, and stay tuned, because I think there's going to be another fair photo for the Lucky 13 coming up. Mm-hmm. I've got one that's ready and hanging and waiting for that exhibition. So hopefully it'll get in the show and you'll see another fair photo.
Well, that's a great teaser to have for us to be looking forward to, because I never tire of seeing the different directions. You know, there are quite a few photographers in the gallery now representing.
Yes, there is.
It's just refreshing to see in the 4 different directions that the gallery can go now for the themes that we have, to see the ever-expanding creativity in all directions, whether it's watercolors like Linda does here, or the oil painting or acrylics or drawings, and it's just fun to be able to share, and for fellow artists to see what other are doing. Not like I'm not a photographer, but I can certainly appreciate the works that coming. And I'm not a watercolorist, but that just makes me all the more admirable for those that can handle it so well.
I agree 100%. But I can still do a landscape.
Well-
I can still do a landscape.
Well-
I can still shoot the moon. I can still do some things like that.
That's great. Some of these large photographic displays that you've had, they're just absolutely magnificent.
Thank you.
Now, I don't know, the size-wise, what's the largest that you've done?
The biggest I've ever printed is 24 by 36.
Yeah, I'm sure I've seen that size.
Oh yeah. Otherwise, I used to do a lot of 20 by 30 size, and now I'm starting to get a little smaller sizes because a lot of times you'll hear, and I'm sure you've heard this, oh, I love your work, but I don't have any wall space in my house.
Yeah.
So then I tried to say, well, let me get something a little smaller. Plus, I've also explored doing printing in the round, so that the actual finished piece is a round as opposed to square, rectangular, in a normal shape.
And what do you reproduce them on?
Metal.
And what is the metal?
The aluminum. The printer that I use, Pure Art Printers up in St. George, will print on any shape of metal. If you've got even a unique idea, like if you wanted a shape of Nevada or a shape of Utah, he can cut that and print on that.
Oh, that is fantastic.
Yes.
Boy, talk about the creativity outlet that you have there
I
for
do.
what you could do.
Yes, he does a fantastic job.
Well, that is just beautiful. And are you represented by other galleries in St. George, too?
I do. I have work currently at Art Provides on Main Street in St. George, and also Nature's Edge on Main Street in St. George.
Well, that's
I
beautiful.
also have a tendency to hang my work at the Zion Staircase Gallery at the Zion's Bank in downtown St. George.
Well, very good.
That's a great first-timer, reasonably priced place to hang art in their staircase. They do some beautiful work.
Well, and they're very appreciative for having you there, too. So-
And I have a one-woman show coming up in Springdale in September and October. So
Fantastic.
stay tuned for that.
And how many pieces do you think you'll be showing?
I think I have got about 30 or 40
Oh,
right now
wow.
lined up for that space.
That will be a fantastic.
I'm working on my list right now.
And to have the opportunity for having that large of a display in one place,
It's going to be very cool. Very cool.
that'll be super. So I just want to thank you so much, and my continuing congratulations for the Best of show, plus the others that you have at the exhibit here. Keep up the great work.
Okay,
And
thank you. One last thing is, if you are interested in seeing more of my work on the internet, find 11,000lakesphotography.com, 11000lakesphotography.com. That's a name that came with us when we lived in Michigan. There's 11,000 lakes in Michigan, and we just carried that name with us. So
Well,
thanks for the opportunity to talk about my art.
And I thank you, Shirley, and again, my congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Broadcasting from the Mesquite Works Steam Center in the scenic Mojave Desert, the Art Box sponsors thank you for listening. You can find us on Spotify, Samsung, iHeartRadio, Podchaser, and Amazon Music. Please subscribe so you don't miss an episode. We are on Facebook and Instagram as The Art Box. We welcome all comments. You can email us at artboxvv@gmail.com. The views and opinions expressed on this podcast are those of its hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect those of our sponsors.
Then I see the